Oh man.
Yeah, that's what the inside always happens. Because there's no ends.
Take video of all this, Chris.
Hello, my name is Laura Blaker, and I'm the mother of a son who's 18, and he has cerebral palsy. And I also have a brother who's 34 and in a wheelchair. Both of them are in wheelchairs. So this is our handicap van. It's a 2000 Ford Windstar, and it is falling apart. This is the door with the ramp. It used to be a manual door where you could push the button, but that has stopped working. So then we have just a seat belt that's attached to the ramp, and the bottom is all rusted out, so it fills with mud. In the winter time it fills with water, ice, snow, and my door will freeze and I can't open it to take weight anywhere. And so then to get the ramp open, you have to pull, and it's not always easy. Sometimes you gotta go on the inside and kick it open, but you gotta pull it like that. And so that gets the ramp open. And as you can see, the inside will get filled with everything from the road up in there. I have mud, all my tracks are getting rusted. And then it's the same on the other side. This door is actually broken to where you have to open it from the inside first, like that. Then the track fills up. There's a huge rust spot there that we cannot fix it. It is so rusty, so we've just put some plastic in there to try to keep the rain out. But as you can see, it rained today, so everything is filled with mud. And then to close the doors, you always have to hit it just right. And one time I didn't hit it just right and actually broke my window out, and I had to replace my window. And my brake line just went out on us about a month ago while I was driving it with my son. And the whole bottom of it is just rusted. They had it up in the air so I could see what it looked like. And there's rust holes everywhere under the bottom. I don't know what all it's affecting as far as gas lines and that, but the whole bottom is rusted with holes.
Hi, my name's Christopher Cool. I'm actually Laura Blaker's cousin. I know quite a lot about automobiles, and the problem with this van is there's a lot you don't see. The brake lines are actually so rusted out that it's a safety hazard. The fuel lines are not far behind the brake lines. The rear suspension is so bad and so worn out that handicap vans usually have 2 sets of shocks. One set's completely rusted away, the mounting points are even gone. The rear springs are so shot that when she puts her son in here, just her son alone, that the van can no longer support his weight and rides on its rear axle bump stops, and there's nothing to stop it. It is a highly dangerous way to travel, and is very unsafe for anyone to travel this way.
Hi, I'm Tony.
This is my brother Tony, and he will be 35 this year. He came to live with us about 8 years ago after my father passed away. My mother had passed away 4 years before that. So he lives with myself, my husband, and our 3 kids. He was born with scoliosis of the spine, and then he has disabilities of the lower limbs. which he can crawl around the house, but then he's in a wheelchair to go places. And the van we have now, I cannot transport him and Wade at the same time. So either one goes and one stays home. It would be nice if we could all go at the same time, because when Wade was little and it was easier to transfer him because he wasn't in a full wheelchair, we like to go to the zoos and fairs and different things, and we have not been able to do that for years. Okay, this is Wade. He's just turned 18. He was born with cerebral palsy. He is nonverbal. He's very sociable. He loves people, and he loves to watch wrestling. He cannot walk, but he can crawl around the house, and he rides in a wheelchair when we go places. And that's why the van is so important, is because he's such a sociable guy. He loves going out to visit friends, going to the mall. He says hi to people in his own special way. Him putting his hand up is the way he says hi. And it's hard to get him out and about now with the van the way we had taken him down to Toledo because he loves wrestling. And we had found out that Sheamus, the wrestler, was going to be in Toledo. And so we had made a deal with the manager to let Wade in first to meet the guy, since Wade was such a big fan. And so he got to meet Sheamus. Sheamus put his belt on Wade. And then the manager of the place down there, it was Car Stereo 1 in Toledo, the manager had come out and gave Wade front row tickets. So we got to take Wade, and he got to meet Randy Orton and shake his hand, and Wade just loved it.
Uh-oh.
And he's a huge wrestling fan. He loves his Hulk Hogan doll. And he loves to watch the local wrestlers too. The guys from Waldron that do the wrestling shows. He just gets a kick out of it, and he really loves it.